Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Vijay and I'm a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint. In this video, we are going to discuss about how we can connect to Microsoft Teams from PowerShell so that we can do some examples on PowerShell with Microsoft Teams. So particularly, there are 13 examples that we are going to see on this particular video. So how to create teams in Microsoft Teams using PowerShell. So a lot of examples are there. We will see this. So how to add user to a team, how to get all teams, owners, all these things we will see it here. Now, if you are new to Microsoft Teams, then I'll put a link in the video description where I have explained how we can start with or how we can use Microsoft Teams. You can have a look at that. Now, let me just open an article where I have explained everything, and you will get all the PowerShell script here. So you can see here, this is the article. I'll put the link in the video description. So what you require, first of all, you require PowerShell 5.0 or higher version with .NET Framework 4.7.2. So if it is not there, then you can download it and you can install it. And once you have it, then we will see how we can install, first of all, Microsoft Teams, the PowerShell module, so that we can connect to our Microsoft Teams from PowerShell window. Now for all the examples, I'll use PowerShell IAC. So let me just open it. So you can see here, I will search for PowerShell IAC. Make sure to open run as administrator. So you can see here, because you are going to install over here. So let me, so you can see here, this is the command. The command is pretty simple, one command only. So install -module and then -name and then Microsoft Teams. Of course, you can add it this parameter as well. So once you run it, so it will take some time and it will install the module, so that then we will work on this Microsoft Teams from PowerShell. So you can see here it is downloading and it will just take a couple of seconds more. So you can see here everything is downloaded, installing, everything is doing here. So once it will complete, you can see here it is completed. So now our command is completed. So that means Teams is installed over here now. Now we will see first of all how to connect to Microsoft Teams. So for that, there are two commands are available. So you can see here, okay, by the way, if you want to install a particular version, then you can give parameter -required version, and then you can put the version over here. And next thing is how we can connect to Microsoft Teams. So you require a credential for that. So you can see here, this is the command which will ask you for the credential. You can see now credential and get credential. So it will ask you for the credential and then connect -Microsoft Teams. This is the parameter -credential, and it will take the credential whichever you will provide. Now you can see here, once you connect it, you can see here it is asking me for the username and password. So let me put both. So I put both, and then you can see here it is connected with my account. You can see here, and this is the tenant ID. So this information it will show. So that means our now we are connected to Microsoft Teams. So let's see now a couple of examples from that, so that we'll be able to know how whether we are really connected to it or not. Okay, if you want to update it, then this command is simple: update -module and Microsoft Teams. If you want to uninstall, uninstall -module and Microsoft Teams. And if you want to uninstall all the versions, then put parameter -all version. So that will be done. And if you want to disconnect, let's say you already your work is over, you want to disconnect, put disconnect -Microsoft Teams. That's it. So next we will see here is how to get all the teams. So before creating the teams, let me just put it here. So we are already connected. So if you'll put get -team, then it will display all the teams. You can see here it will take some time and fetch all the teams here. Let me just open it. You can see here these are the teams which are available in my Microsoft Teams now. So if I will show you that, you can see here this is Microsoft Teams, and these are the teams which are available here. So this is how you can get all the teams on Microsoft Teams. Now let me show you how we can see an example of how we can create a team. Now if you want to create a team, for example, you can see here these are the teams which are available on this. The internal, all these teams are there. So if you want to create one team here by using PowerShell, then new -team is the command. So you need to provide a display name. So you can see here, this is the display name, and a description -visibility public. So if you want to make it public, then you have to create it public. If you want to make it to private, then you have to make private only, visibility private. So visibility private means you want to you have to invite the user so that they can join the team. But if you are making it to public, then anyone in the organization can join it. So that is the difference. And while creating a team, if you want to add users into that, for example, in this case, if you'll see here, I'm creating a team here. You can see new team. Then this is the nickname of that mail. So when you will create this is nothing but a group will be created. So for that, you will have a group email address. So you can see here, without space, I have added it, and then display name, and then you can see add -team user group ID, and then you need to get the group ID here. Now why group ID? Because when you will create a team, so you require that group ID to work with. So let's say I created a team, so I need that group ID so that I can use or I can add particular user into that group. And once you add this, then you can also create channels into that. So by default, when you will create a team, so it will create a channel, which is the default channel. But if you want to create your own channel, then you can provide new -channel group ID, and then this is the channel display name. So what first we'll do is I will use this command so that we will see how we can create it. So you can see here, I will just put -1 so that it should not be a confusion over here. So now you can see it will take some time, and then it will create our team. We can be able to see it in the Microsoft Teams desktop app as well. So now you can see here, it is saying the group ID, and then there is the display name, visibility, and then mail nickname. All these things you can see it here about the particular team that we have created. If I'll go to this one, Teams in desktop, you can see here we can trip one, and then there is a channel which is saying general. So that's how you can create a team. So if you want to add users into that, you can see you can use add -team user. We will see this example shortly as well. But this way you can do if you want to create it. Let's say at the same time, if you want to create channel, if you want to add multiple users, then you can, even if you want to add multiple users, so you can copy this line, you can put it in the down, so you can just provide different usernames here. Now next thing is why the group ID is important, because anything you do, let's say you want to create channel, you want to add users, even you want to add guest users, for everything you require the group ID, and we can get the group ID by the display name. So basically you can get the team, and then you can see here the team name here is weekend team. So I will put weekend trip -1. So it should give me the group ID. You can see here team.group ID. So this is how we can get the group ID here. So you can see this is the group ID. We already saw this. So you can see this way we will be able to get the group ID. Now into that you have the group ID, then you can do, or you can perform any operation within for that particular group or the team. Now let's say you want to add user to the team. So if you'll see here, particularly for this example, we don't have any user in that because we have not added it. So only the particular user is there. So whoever created it, that's myself. So to do that, you can see this is the command. So let me just put it here. So now add -team user, then we need to provide the group ID. So in this case, the group ID is this one. So this one is the group ID. So I have to replace it here. And then the user, let's say you want to add the user 1 over here. So you can run it. So now the user will be added into this particular team. So you can see here, you can go to, you can see manage team. And here you will be able to see, you can see user 1 has been added here. So this way you will be able to add users into that. I will tell you also how we can add guest user in the other examples. just watch this video till the end. So next you can see here, if you want to add more, or if you want to add the user as a owner, so there can be multiple owners in that. So you can see here, add hyphen team user, same thing you will do. In this case you will define the role as owner. So let me just put it here. For example, in this case there is a role parameter, and I want, let's say I'll put this. So now in this case, if you'll see here, I'm adding the user, but I'm setting the role as owner. So this user now will become a owner for this particular team. So if I'll open it, so you can see here. So let me just go back again. So you can see here, we have added this particular user, and so I just refresh it, and you can see here now this is the owner is coming here. So this way, if you want to add as a owner also, you can pass this parameter which is saying hyphen role, and you can see also I have added all the screenshot, everything, so that you will be able to know what exactly is happening on this. Now then get hyphen team, I already explained this, but if you want to get a team, let's say particular team, then you can provide hyphen display name, and then you can see provide the name over here. So that's how you will be able to get the particular team. Now if you want to get all the team users, so get all teams that a user is a member of. For example, let's say user 1 is member of 5 teams, then it will display you the 5 teams. So let me just copy this. So this way you will be able to know what are the teams where user 1 belongs to. So you can see here, I'm just trying to find out for user 1. You can see here user 1 is for testing team, HR team, and weekend trip 1. So these 3 users the user 1 belongs to. Now next thing is the create a channel. So now when we will create a channel, so as I said, we can create channels for a particular team, and in this case, let's say we will take our group ID, so the weekend trip 1. So you can see this one, I'll just copy this group ID. Now what it will do here is, so let's say I will say USA weekend trip, something like that. So it will create a channel. So channel is nothing but where you can, based on a particular topic, you will discuss. So in the weekend trip, you can just discuss on the US weekend trip. So you can see that has been created, the channel has been created here. So if I'll go to Microsoft Teams now, you let me just expand it. You can see this is actually not a hidden channel, so it will come, you can see here now, so it is reflecting. So USA weekend trip, this is the channel that we have created now. So this is how you can create a channel on this. Make sure to get the group ID. I have already explained how we can get the group ID as well, so you need to provide that. So also, if you want to make the channel private, then pass the parameter hyphen membership type private. And now if you want to get all team users, then it will give you all the team users for this particular group. You can see here, I'm not sure if I have this team is there or not, or let me just copy this group ID from here. So you can see now what we'll do here, what it will give is, it will give us all the users who are belongs to this particular group. You can see Vijay, Bhavna, and user 1. And if you want, same way, if you want to get only the owners, so you can see here role hyphen owner, and it will give you only the owners here. So you can see, now you can see only 2 users it is giving, because it is we have defined the parameter as role. So this way we will be able to get it. So if you want to get only the members, then you can provide hyphen member. If let's say there are guest user in that, so if you want to get the guest users, you can see here role hyphen guest, and you can see here this is guest. So I have all these things are here. So guest, no guest is there, so that's the reason you will be able not be able to see it. Else you can see member, owner, everything you can see. Now here is the command where we want to get all teams and owners. So for example, I have 10 teams, so I want to see how many teams I have, and each team how many owners I have, because maybe in one team I have one owner, maybe in one team I have 3 owners. So in this case we have to do a loop here. Let me just copy this code and then I'll explain this. So you can see here in this case what we are doing here is I'm getting all the teams, then we are doing a for each for this particular team, and all owners we are getting get hyphen team user group ID. So for each team we can get the group ID by passing dot group ID and then role owner, so that only we will be able to see the owner. And then you can see there is a line break I'm putting, so team name, and then for each owner we are trying to get the owner name. So user or owner, you can just say, just not to keep any confusion here. So you can see now if I'll just run it, you will be able to see it. It will provide us all the details. So now you can see here, first one is team for guest, so only you can see only one owner is there. You can see SharePoint training, we have one owner here. Weekend trip, you can see we have 2 owners here. So team name and then the owner, so you can see all these team and owners here. So this way you will be able to get all team and owners. So now if you want to get all the channels, so it will do the same way. For example, in this case also we have to do a for loop or the for each, because a team can have multiple channels, and that's the reason you can see there is a channel we are doing for each on the channel, all channels, and then it will give us the channel display name. So all team and then the channel names it will display. I am not running this, you can see I have already put the screenshot, so you'll be able to see the team name and the channel name. So if you have 3 channel, it will display all 3. If you have 1 channel, it will display 1 only. And if you want to get the channel from a particular group or a team, you can provide the group ID like this. And this is quite important. You can see here I have a you can see PowerShell. We can add channel to a team from a CSV file. So let's say here is my CSV file, you can see, and in this CSV file you can see the first parameter is name, and then you have multiple channel names are here. So how we can do this? So in this case, if you'll see here, now let's say I will go to here, I will just copy it. Let me go here. So new channel, let's say the group ID, we will give our group ID, which is the weekend trip. For this one, let me just copy the group ID here. So you can see I already added my group ID here, and now let me show you here is the channel.csv file. So the best way to do is, let's say I have this channels CSV file, you can see name is there, and then there are HR things. So let's say I will say US weekend, and then I'll put one more channel here, UK, let's say weekend trip, and here let's say SA weekend trip, like this I'll put, and then let's say WI weekend trip. So I have put everything in this Excel file. The best way to do is you can just file, you can do save as, and in the same folder I will save in comma separated or the CSV file. You can see I just save it. This file already exists, so I just replace it. So now in this case, if you see here, we have now the channel list, channel CSV file, and we have this 4 are there. So ideally now when I will run this, it should create 4 channels. So let me just run it here. You can see here it is creating one by one, and all these channels has been created. So if I'll go here now, you can see 4 channel. It will not be hidden actually. It will just take some time to refresh it. Once it is refreshed, we'll be able to see it. Now you can see here USA weekend trip we already saw, so the other also will be able to see, and this is not hidden. So anyway, all this has been created. Now you can see. So it will just take some time to refresh it. So the next thing we will see is, so this way we can add a bulk channel, or we can create bulk channel for a particular team. Same way also you can create bulk teams directly on that, on your, from a CSV file. So you can create a CSV file, and then within that you can put your all your team names. So in this case, if you'll see here, I have a same CSV file, you can see, and all have this is the command basically. So import -csv and provide your CSV file path for each, and then new team is the command which will create a team, and then it will take the display name from that CSV file. You can see here $-name. So name is my CSV column name, and in this case you can see here there are team 1, team 2 till team 5. So 5 teams I have created on that. So you can simply, in this way, you can create a CSV file, provide the column name as name, and then you can add your names for the particular team, or add the name for whatever the team name that you want to give. And in this way you will be able to create bulk teams. You can see here I have added it. Same way, if you want to delete it, you can see here remove -team, and then you can do this way. The last one I will show you is the guest user. Now this is quite interesting. If you want to add guest users, we have the command add -team user -group ID, and then this is the group ID -user, and your guest user email ID, and what is the role you want to give. So the role, let's say, is member, or a if it is a member, or a owner. But one important thing if you have to see here is, if the user is not available as a guest user in your admin center. Let me just open it and show you. So in this case, if you go to the admin center, and then you will say users and then guest users. So in this guest users, you can see here I have only one user. Now if I will just copy this user, let me just copy it. So I will go to this this one, and I will copy this group ID. Okay, let me just remove, we don't need to import one, we have already done that. Now here I will provide my email address. So few lines for b2@gmail.com. You can see here. Now this one, if I will try to add it, it will give error, because it will say that this user doesn't exist. So then how we can do this is, so but if I will run this user. So now you can see here this is one user. So if I will try to add it, you can see it here. If I'll try to add it, you can see here it added. So that means this is also a Gmail ID, or the guest user. So this has been added. Now if we'll go to the teams here, so here I'll go to manage team. So you can see guest. So this user is there, you can see here as a guest. Now so make sure your user should available here in the guest users. Now how you will add it? So you can add it from here. If you want to use PowerShell, then I have already added one link here. You can look at this. I have added a link here where you can follow, and then you can connect to your Azure Active Directory, and then you can add guest user into that if you want to do it using PowerShell. But if you want to do it from the admin center, then this is the place where you can add the user. The user is available here, then you will not have any problem over here. So you will be able to add the user. So by using add -team user. So this is how you can work with PowerShell with Microsoft Teams. Maybe in future we'll see some more examples, but this is what the examples I wanted to show in this video. And if you want similar kind of videos, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will get a lot of free videos on Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Office 365, SPFX, Power Platform. All these videos you will get it free. So thank you and have a nice day.